Hello, my name is Jonathan Porter. I am a husband to Claire and father to two wonderful children, Matthew and Anna. And as you can probably tell from my accent, I live in England, just south of Oxford. I'm a deputy head teacher. I teach theology and philosophy to secondary age children between 11 and 18 here in England, just south of Oxford. And I had the great pleasure of staying with Michael, Lynette and their wonderful, wonderful family for about a week a few years ago when I was undertaking a discipleship week as part of my master's degree with the Davenant Institute. There is that section from Genesis 18 where Abraham welcomes the angels and prepares a meal of fine flour and tender calf and rushes towards them, and that kind of hospitality with Abraham and the angels was exactly what I experienced with Michael, Lynette and their family when I went to stay with them in South Carolina, and it really was a very special week for me. I became a Christian in my mid to late 20s, and that week gave me some time to reflect on where God was calling me and what the future might look like. And it came at the end of a particularly busy and intense period, professionally speaking. And I really valued that kind of rest and the sort of fortification that the experience gave me for the journey ahead. I received incredible hospitality in every sense. I was taken to local eateries and was shown and was able to sample some delicious southern food. I must admit that having not really been to America prior to that experience, I was a little bit pessimistic about the quality of the beer. I can categorically say that was unfair, and Michael and I enjoyed some lovely local craft beers, and that was wonderful. But I think more than anything, it was the time I spent with Michael, Lynette and their family that is most memorable to me. It was the period of Advent, and so we worshipped together in the morning and in the evening, and the family worship was particularly special. Michael and Lynette had a Jesse tree, and each morning we would read some scripture, and we would move around the table, and we would try each to remember a different part of the reading as we move around the family. And we reflected on that and what Scripture and what God was calling us to do and wanted us to do with our lives. And that was a very, very special time for me. And so when I heard about what Michael and Lynette are doing with Beautiful House, it struck me as so appropriate and a ministry that they are ideally called towards. And I can only say what a wonderful and genuinely life-changing experience I had with them and with their family, and I know that it will be the same for anyone who has the privilege of staying with them and the privilege of having that time to really reflect on what God is calling them to do. And I commend Beautiful House, Michael, Lynette and their wonderful family to you.